Rise and shine, everyone. 9 o'clock on your Saturday morning. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on 13 Sunrise. I'm Matthew Foltz alongside Lindsay Monroe. It is the second day officially of spring, and we are feeling like it, Lindsay. It's a good way to kick off the spring calendar.
We're like feeling like summer. What is this? 78 degrees in the middle part of March, but we'll take it.
I was going to say, we can't complain about that.
Especially heading into the weekend. I mean, this is going to be a fantastic weekend. First weekend of spring, and we're talking near record high temperatures as we get into tomorrow. I don't think we're quite going to be in record territory today, but still about 20 degrees above average, so not too bad eventually. I did want to start with a look at our camera network across central Indiana because we do have a fair amount of cloud coverage still ongoing right now. It is 44, mainly cloudy in Crawfordsville. We've got some lingering clouds over in Bainbridge as well, 48, up to 49 on the west side of Indy, and Carmel now at 45 as the sky is starting to clear. Eventually, high pressure will be in control of our weather for today. So that's going to mean mostly sunny skies and another warmer afternoon for us as we warm quickly back through the 50s and 60s during the first part of the day. By the time we get into this afternoon, most of us will be in the 70s. There will be a few exceptions like Richmond, 68 for your forecast high, but check out Bedford, headed to 80. Much warmer air developing to our southwest. And as that continues to push in, that's where that warmer air will set up for today. But with that being said, everybody gets to enjoy the sunshine. The wind will not be as gusty today. In fact, I think it's going to be a relatively calm wind today. Overall, just a picture perfect start to the weekend. Things get a little bit more active as we look ahead at Sunday. Temperatures will warm back to the low 80s, which would tie the standing high temperature record for Indy for tomorrow, but then we've got a cold front that's going to take us from the 80s back to 50 for a high on Monday. Could be a rocky transition with a few isolated strong to severe storms Sunday night. We'll talk about the timeline, potential threats coming up in the full forecast.
Well, the Purdue Boilers are advancing to the second round of the NCAA tournament. And not only did they get the win, but one Boiler etched his name in the history books. Our Dominic Moran is in St. Louis with your recap.
Purdue gets it done over Queens on Friday night in the first round of the NCAA tournament, and it wasn't particularly close. 104-71, your final from the Enterprise Center here in St. Louis, and from the word go, Purdue was ready to play, looking the part of one of the hottest teams in America, like we talked about coming in to the NCAA tournament. Fans were all lined out the door. Purdue, not that far from St. Louis, no question about it. It's just a 3.5-hour trip for us. Felt like a home game in there for the Boilers, and it looked like it on the court as well. Matt Painter pleased with his group after a big-time win in the first round.
We were very efficient. If you look at our field goal percentage in the first and second half, we did a good job. We got a little sloppy, there at the end, but when your front line has more rebounds in the game than their team, you're going to get in a pretty good position. You shoot the ball well, you dominate the glass, you take care of the basketball. Like I said, we had a handful of possessions there where it got a little sloppy, but I thought our guys were ready to play.
And we can't forget about Braden Smith breaking the NCAA college basketball all-time assist record, surpassing Bobby Hurley on this pass to Trey Kaufman-Wren, an and one. Fitting, two guys who spent their full careers with Purdue, two Indiana guys. The Westfield kid etches his name in the history books as far as college basketball goes.
It was awesome. We always travel really well, and we're obviously very thankful to have fans at almost every game, home and away. And I think for that, it's a good feeling. But I think in that moment, game was a little bit tight, and I was just focused on trying to win and to get a lead. So for me, I don't think it's really set in, because to me, again, it's my job. That's what I'm supposed to do. That's why I came here. As a point guard, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get guys the ball to go score, and obviously I have a lot of great people around me that can do that. So like for me, it's my job to put them in positions to go score.
Well, whether it's a win by over 30 or a win by 1 point, all that matters is Purdue is moving on. They're keeping the message clear to keep playing this free style of basketball, this flow state. Feels easy right now for the Purdue Boilermakers, looking to carry that over to Sunday.
Just doing your job, no matter who you're playing, coming out and focus on what you practice for the whole year and guarding and rebounding and taking care of the ball. It just gets tougher from here on out. So watching this game, getting our scout ready, and then executing the scout come Sunday.
Now the attention turns for the Boilermakers to punching its ticket back to the Sweet 16. They'll be up against the Miami Hurricanes, and it all comes down to Sunday right back here at the Enterprise Center. We'll be with you right here from St. Louis on air and, of course, on WTHR Plus for all your Purdue Boilermakers NCAA tournament coverage. For now, here in St. Louis, I'm Dominic Miranda, 13 Sports.
Looking forward to round 2 when they play again. And right now, the show Locked On Sports is keeping you up to date with everything going on in March Madness. You can stream that show right now and preview the women's games that's happening later today. Again, all of this is going to be on WTHR Plus. You can download our show for free on your TV, Apple TV, Fire Stick, and Roku. And the road to the Final Four ends here in Indy. The semifinal games and championship will tip off in 2 weeks. And right now, IMPD is getting the city prepared for those big events. Right now, Pennsylvania Street is partially closed between St. Clair and Michigan. North Street is also closed between Meridian and Pennsylvania. Metro Police says these closures are expected to last until April 9th. The department says it has plans to share more updates. We should expect that update next week. We also want to keep you updated on some construction happening outside of downtown Indy. So this will be work along Madison Avenue. Construction on the major connector between downtown and the city's south side is deep into its first phase. So right now, new ramp closures are also in effect along I-65 downtown. So NDOT says the off-ramp from Washington Street to I-65 South and the Calvary Street Bridge to the north are both closed. So that will be in effect through the fall. NDOT leaders say they're trying to pause extended lane closures during Final Four weekend. 13 News reported earlier this week that work is wrapping up along Georgia Street before the party begins. The time is now 9:07. Right now, one youth organization here in Indy is helping mentor young men, and they're in need of your help. So our Marina Silva, she's in studio with more on what we're learning in the plea they got to the community. Hey, Marina.
Good morning. Young Men Incorporated is in need of more funding to keep up with the activities they do to mentor young men in the community. I spoke with Reverend Malachi Walker, who created Young Men Incorporated more than 30 years ago, and he told me they need $30,000 more dollars. If not, they're going to have to rethink some of the mentoring activities they do for the young men. Now, the main way they do this is through a summer camp. 75 young boys from ages 8 to 16 in the community join this camp where they learn life skills, education, and ways to be successful. Now, his group is one of multiple organizations that wants to keep kids and teenagers out of trouble by mentoring them not only through a summer camp, but it's really all year long.
Starting off young is probably the best tactic that you can use. Reach them while they're young, and then you train them up. Starting off at 8 years old when they come in and letting them know the dangers of guns, letting them know don't hang around friends who carry guns.
And that's just one of those life lessons that they're learning, but there's more things that they do. So they're learning these life lessons to have a positive impact in the community, but they go on college tours, they make friends from all these different schools. They have speakers that come in, and they really, while they want to teach these lessons that are so important, they want to make it fun for these kids. I mean, they're 8 to 16 years old, so you've got to make it fun. So we've got these this is how they're trying to raise more money. If you want to donate, we'll have more information on WTHR.com.
All right, sounds good, Marina. We appreciate it.